everyone, what's up? And welcome to Overwatch 2. And how I really just believe it is a transition to have new microtransactions with a big update on the side. Because that is all the game is. Just a big update made to have a different microtransaction system that is somehow worse. But we'll get into that after I tell you what Overwatch 2 is. Overwatch 2 is a team-based hero first-person shooter where you, as it kind of implies, you fight the other team with different characters. Or who knows, everyone's just going to use Sombra if they're DPS, but we'll get a bit more into that. But there are 5 character slots, and there are 3 character classes. You have Tank, it's the people with bunch of HP, deal moderate damage, and are really just supposed to be a bit more defensive, but also can be decently offensive when it is needed. Then you have Damage, or DPS. But the damage subclass of heroes is a just deal all the damage type subclass. Then you have the healers. They're always the ones pushing the payload in payload modes, which is most of the modes. But they also heal the team and are more effective in support roles. The 5v5 format in Overwatch 2 is 1 tank, 2 DPS, and 2 healers. It wasn't always that way, though. When Overwatch 1 first launched, it was any character. You could have an entire team of DPS for all we care. But then a new character named Brigitte came out, and she made a meta called GOATs, where you would have 3 tanks, 3 healers. And it broke the game forever. Until Blizzard updated the game to be a 6v6 format in both ranked and quick play. In Overwatch 2, it's 5v5. And man, it's the best change in this entire game. Switching to 5v5 makes it so much more worthy to stay alive. You die? Oh, your team's going to pay. They're going to pay much harder. They can still win the fight. It'll just be much tougher. I also like how it's the tank that lost the second character, since they've always had the most HP and could always deal a good amount of damage. So, yeah. Got nothing else to say. Greatest change in Overwatch 2. Okay, now that we've got the basic concept of the game explained, what in the world were you doing, Blizzard? You destroyed your progression system and microtransaction system. You're making your legendary skins that were worth $10 before, which was perfect, to $20. And soon heroes and battle passes. Like, why? Kiriko is in the battle pass. I owned Overwatch 1, so I got to use her. But I can't use her in ranked. I think I still have to unlock her in the battle pass for it. I am not willing to do that. You need to change that immediately. Yeah, now we're getting into a rant. I'm not going to be apologetic at all. Let's first dig into the actual microtransactions. This was just a snippet. Just look at it. It's an abomination. You can't sell this for $20. It's not worth $20. None of the stuff is. Oh man. Blizzard should have just kept loot boxes. You really should have. You let us all down. I just want to say, this small rant is all about how they're making money off of the game. It's not how the gameplay is. The gameplay feels great. Other than, like, a couple balancing issues, with Sombra being probably the best DPS currently. But we're not touching on that. It's the skins being $20. The battle pass, alright, it has a couple pretty good skins. But like any other battle pass other than, like, I guess Fortnite, it has a bunch of junk in it. And the $20 skins, like I've said plenty of times already, being $10 before. These are not $20 worthy skins. They're $10 worthy skins. And the battle pass letting you get the hero early by buying it, or, you know, just completely missing that hero because you missed that season. I'm not willing to play Overwatch if that's how it's going to stay. If it stays that way, I am not playing the game much longer. You're going to lose so much of your player base, Blizzard, if you do that. Also, your progression system is mostly based around challenges. You get barely anything from the matches. Just like kind of nudging you to go, oh, why don't you buy some tiers? That'll help you, won't it? Yeah, it's only 80 tiers, but it takes half an eternity to level it up. You get like 600 to 1000 XP at most, is what it feels like if you get more. Why? It's not worth buying the battle pass, except for getting the hero. The mythic skin's phenomenal. I can't lie about that. But don't spend money on this game. Don't encourage them. Make them change something. Not revert it, because loot box is bad. But make them change their pricing and their schemes. It's just so annoying. Blizzard, how do you make people want loot boxes back in one game? Just one game. You made people want loot boxes back. They want it back in Overwatch. Compared to what we have. Because of how bad the microtransaction system is. Also, I don't know who the current CEO... Not CEO, the lead game designer for Overwatch is, because Jeff Kaplan, I think his name was, left, and now it's this lead game designer who is the reason we have heroes in the battle pass. He needs to think it through. It's a rock paper scissors format. Heroes beat heroes. Like, you got Roadhog, he's got his heal ability. There's characters to cancel that, like Sombra with her hack, or him getting canceled out by like a Rhine's ultimate. There's ways to stop them. But if you're going to make heroes behind a paywall, and they'll have a counter to another hero, that's an issue. Especially since people don't want to pay for heroes when they didn't have to before. You're just going to lose players because of that. And it's going to be a Halo Infinite situation all over again. You're going to lose players tremendously fast for changing up a key element of your game. And I know this isn't a Halo rant video, but I just want to touch on it. Like I said in another video, Halo is a party game. It's a social party game. They took that away. The game started dying. The series started dying out a bit. It's not going to fully die. I know it's not going to. Unless it somehow does, because 343 messes it up. But you guys changing up how to get heroes Instead of just getting them for free when they launch, you're locking them behind a barrier of money. In Apex, it's not necessarily a rock, paper, scissors format. Except for the new legend, I think, Catalyst. I think she has a counter. I don't play Apex anymore. I don't know. But locking your characters behind a paywall is an issue because of the rock, paper, scissors format. And it's never requiring money beforehand. Take that away, that's going to be an issue. Because you took so much away from Overwatch 2 that Overwatch 1 had. You took away the entire Overwatch 1 game. Alright, that's fine. I guess that's fine. The games are too similar for Overwatch 2 to be sold as a full sequel. You're only giving us 3 characters when it's been developed even longer than Overwatch 1, I think. I think it was in development longer. You only give us 3 characters. And this entire overpriced, not worth it microtransaction system. And you have to still delay co-op. You still have to delay the campaign. You still have to delay co-op. You gave us a quick taste of it, I guess, with this Halloween event. But it's... Don't spend money on the game. That's just what I want to say. My rant is very scrambled, because rants don't have scripts. I never have scripts. Just don't buy anything for this game. Maybe except for co-op if that is money. That is the big decider if you should stick with the game or not. That is what's going to be the big decider for me and probably many. And the way to keep multiplayer rolling? Give people what they want. A fair microtransaction system and not locking heroes behind paywalls. And also good balancing and good maps. Overwatch has always really had good maps. Except for like 3. Luckily they're all kind of gone. But it's mostly based around the game mode that made those maps bad. Just give us better microtransaction system, aka not locking heroes behind paywall and lowering prices. 2 things. That's all you gotta do. Take away Kitsune's requirement in the battle pass. That's all you gotta do. And then, yeah, I think you're good just to do what you're doing already, I guess. Like, I feel like you're pretty good to go after you change those 2 things. It's really simple what we want, but it'll have big changes overall. So follow it, Blizzard. Follow it.